I was just recently let go from my company. It was a tech company that I work for. I'm an engineer, and I want to make this video to kind of just reflect on how I'm feeling and kind of just share how it's going. I think this happens a lot more often than we realise, and that's where I'm at. So it was as far as I knew, it was a normal starting working day. I got up, and don't get me wrong, I'm not begrudging. I don't hold a grudge. I haven't burned any bridges. This is the nature of the beast. When you want to work in tech and work as an engineer, the way the world is going, this is going to happen. But I woke up, it was a normal day, and I think half an hour into my day, I jumped on a call, and HR was there. And we all know that HR is not always a good thing. It can be a good thing, but 9 times out of 10, when HR show up unannounced, it normally means something bad is about to happen. And that's exactly what did happen. So unfortunately, at 7:30 in the morning, I was employed. And then 7:35, I was unemployed. So, it sucked. I definitely spent the next sort of 5 to 15 minutes wallowing in the fact that, what am I going to do now? This has happened. I've woken up, and now I don't have a job. So what am I going to do? Regardless to say that, it was a tough start to the day, but I did not let it get me down. So I took myself out, went for a walk, kind of just saw how the day went, and then I accepted that this is it. I mean, there's a lot going on at the moment in terms of AI. Everyone talks about AI replacing our jobs. I don't know if AI did replace my job or if just the business has decided to go a different way. I wasn't the only one. There was more than one of us, and that's, there was an array of engineers from different departments. So at least I can take comfort in the fact that it wasn't a reflection on myself, on my performance. But it doesn't change the feeling of it still sucked. So, yeah, it sucked. Historically, I've never been overly invested in the position I work for. The company I work with. I've gone through spells where I've really enjoyed the company that I'm working with, but also I know that I've never really experienced that long-term commitment. I mean, when I talk to my dad, I talk about his career. He's gone through, some real big commitment, career commitments that have lasted years, and he's developed and grown. But that's just not the way it works now, especially in the tech industry. In the tech industry, it is dog eat dog, brutal, all about spending money in the right place. Whether I've been the victim, not the victim, I've been the one that's let go, or I've witnessed other people and friends and stuff like that who have all been let go as well. You got the massive layoffs at Microsoft and AWS. What was it? It happened this year as Microsoft did one, and then a couple of years ago, they let go a few thousand. So it is just kind of the way it goes, and I think accepting that and come to terms with it, knowing that hey, this is it, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Accepting that although you may really enjoy the job, it can get taken away just like that. So, I'll be interested to know if any of you have gone through a similar sort of thing. If anybody else has either gone through recent layoffs or mass layoffs. How do you feel about it? Do you think that this is how it goes in terms of working in the engineering space? I don't know. But what I want to kind of get across is that there will always be, another opportunity. One door closes, another one opens. That's what my dad says, anyway. And I can't help but agree, because I've been through redundancies, and that opened up possibilities that I worked in jobs that I never thought I would have applied for. And yeah, lots of opportunities come from things like this. And the important thing is to, when you come away from these things, in my opinion, is to not burn bridges, because a lot of the time in the tech industry, it is about who you know and not just what you know. You know, I mean, I'm going to be competing with people who are going to be fresh out of boot camps, people that know way more about AI than me, and just a lot of very technical people out there, and they're going to be my competition. So, you know, not that I'm trying to sound like I'm making it more difficult for myself, but that's just the way it is. But hey, you know, they still need us. The tech space still needs engineers, regardless of AI. You know, they still need somebody to build the infrastructure. They still need somebody to vet it. AI cannot be held accountable until that time comes, whenever that may be. They will still need engineers with critical thinking, logical thinking, that they need them. So that's where I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make another video shortly, and I'll keep you updated in terms of like the job hunt, what I'm doing, how I'm going to be doing it, and the process that I'm going through. Hopefully it won't take too long, but I have seen a lot of people, like I do a lot, I'm quite active on LinkedIn. I see people on there that have been looking for weeks and months. Hopefully that's not going to be the case when I get on it. It's pretty intense. So yeah, watch out for that, and I'll see you in the next one.